What's your name?
Raymond.
Raymond?
Yeah. O'Rourke.
Okay.
Capital O. Austin. Capital I. O-A-R-K.
O'Rourke.
O'Rourke. That's Dutch.
Okay, no it's not. When were you born?
1924.
And your birthday?
October the 2nd.
October the 2nd, 1924 is going to make you about 74.
75, October.
And what is your address, Ray?
877 Hearns Hill, Wheelersburg.
Wheelersburg?
Yeah.
And I assume you're retired then, or what?
Retired semi-part-time work.
What do you do?
Maintenance.
Where?
For a complex, Pleasant Valley in Wheelersburg.
I see. Is that what your occupation has been?
No, my occupation was truck driver for 50 years, truck driver.
Who did you drive for?
Day transfer, Brady Motor Freight, and Smith Transfer. I was from West Virginia.
How much education do you have?
7th grade.
Are you married, single, divorced, widowed, separated?
Married.
Okay. Have children?
No children.
Okay. When did you enter the service?
1942.
Do you remember the date?
I think it was on the 16th.
16th of
1942.
Remember the month?
Now, it's amazing. It's October.
October the 16th, 1942?
Yeah.
Okay. And were you drafted? Did you join or what?
Well, we'll put it this way. I was drafted.
You were?
Yeah.
And what branch did you go in? Army, Navy?
Army.
Went in the Army. And what branch of the Army?
Infantry.
What unit were you in?
28th Division.
20th?
28th.
28th Division?
Yeah.
That was in Europe, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Pennsylvania Dunes.
Right. They had Bloody Bucket. That was the patch.
Yeah, Keystone, yeah.
And where did you do your basic training?
At Blackstone, Virginia, and Little Rock, Arkansas.
Now, when you joined up, were you from Sauter County?
Yeah, Sauter County.
Okay. And so they sent you to where now for your basic training?
Blackstone, Virginia.
Okay. And then you went to Rhode Island?
No. Little Rock, Arkansas.
Oh, Little Rock, Arkansas. Why did you go to Little Rock, Arkansas?
When they took us, that's where we went from Blackstone to Little Rock on account of, that's where they shipped us out at.
I see. What was your MOS, your military occupational specialty? Rifleman or?
Ammunition pioneer. They have bombs and different mines and stuff like that.
Ammunition
Pioneer.
Yeah. So you handled the ammunition.
Yeah.
And what did you do with it when you were handling it? Did you take it to the troops?
Well, we served as troops up front lines and what have you.
Okay. Now, when you got out of the service, what was your rank?
PFC.
Were you in France?
I was in France.
Okay. Where were you overseas altogether? Name of the countries?
Well, I was in all through France. I can come offhand. I don't know the whole name.
England? Did you go to England?
Oh, yeah, I was in England. It's St. John's Castle in Cardiff, in England.
Okay.
And we went from there over in Omaha Beach to St. Lo and all through there. All the way up to Russian front lines.
You went to Germany?
Germany.
You were inside Germany?
Yeah.
And I believe maybe this unit was in Belgium?
Belgium, Luxembourg, all through there. And
Central Europe?
Central Europe.
Okay. When were you discharged?
We're going back to October.
October, that's right.
October the 24th, 1945.
1945. You were in the 28th Infantry. What other units were you in? Can you break it down for me? The regiment?
Well, I was in the 3rd Battalion headquarters. That's where the Ammunition Pioneers originated from. And Outside of that, I stayed in it all the time.
Who was your commanding officer?
Lieutenant Moundberg.
Moundberg?
Moundberg.
Moundberg.
Yeah.
You remember your general's name?
Well, but when I got discharged, he was my general. They made him a general.
Is that right?
Yeah, but Patton was under Patton.
The Third Army?
Third Army.
Do you remember a general named Cota? C-O-T-A?
Cota. I agree with him. I might. That's what you're talking about for quite a year ago.
Were you in combat?
Oh, in combat. Yeah.
Did you get any decorations?
No. We got behind the front lines on the bells and balls and all through that. Got cut off, but never. Well, we fought all the time. We fought all the way up with the ammunition. So. Yeah.
Were you ever wounded?
Well, I was, but it was too far from getting any credit for it. I was out in the field. Never got to go to the hospital.
You never got the Purple Heart?
No.
Okay. You got the Combat Infantryman's badge.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Do you remember your closest friends from then?
Yeah, I often think about it.
You ever see them?
I go down to Indiana and see a couple of them, and then there's a couple of them up in Strickleville High. Oh. I don't see them.
Were any of your friends in your unit killed at the time?
Yeah. And one of my closest friends, my first sergeant, he was in combat, and I had to go out and pick him up. He got shot in the head, and I'll never forget it.
I'll bet. Well, when you were wounded, were you evacuated, or did you have to go?
No, I just kept on going.
Okay,
I had a job to do.
Now, the 28th Infantry, did you go into Omaha, you said?
Omaha.
This would be Normandy, D-Day,
yeah.
That sort of thing. Now, it wasn't exactly on D-Day, was it? When was it?
Just about 24 hours after we moved in, after they started the battle, right after that.
And I believe you said you went to St. Lo. That was your objective?
Yeah.
What was the scariest thing that ever happened to you?
Well, the scariest thing that happened to me is when we were doing the bells and balls, and they was marching us out and murdered half of them in the field.
Were you with them? Are you saying you were captured?
Yes and no, because enough of us got out of there.
So you escaped?
Yeah.
When was that? Do you remember? I mean,
it was during the ball. Right before Patton got up in there and started pushing them out. We sat in this little town. I can't think of it. It was a hospital where they used to bring the Air Force guys in there to make babies and stuff built for the force. And we sat there for 3 days just shooting guns out of their own ammunition and stuff. Mm-hmm. And down in the valley. And got too close for us. We had to leave. So we shot until we wore out our barrels on our guns. And we had to start getting out of there. Then that's when they wrapped us up.
What do you mean they wrapped you up? What?
Well, that's when they started getting us up and taking us out in the field. So.
The Germans?
Yeah.
Did you see that happen?
I seen that happen.
Was that what they call Malmedy?
No.
Or another area?
It's, I think it's right around Malmedy. Like I say, it's been quite a few years ago. I got the 28th Division book of those. I can look it up.
So the Germans captured or rounded up a lot of Americans, and you were able to escape.
Yeah, it was about 47 of us got away.
And if you hadn't, you'd have probably been killed.
Yeah, they just ran them all out.
So after you escaped, then where did you go? What did you do? Tell me that story.
Well, we got them started out through there, and we went back over into Belgium and got back in with the American lines, and they got us back to 28th Division. And after that,
they threw you back into combat up on the line, didn't they?
Yeah. And after that, we started getting ourselves all together. Our division's been wiped out practically 2 or 3 times. And we just got all that together, and next thing I know, I was in a freezing crash.
You're in where?
Parade in Paris.
You were in a parade in Paris.
Right. That was it.
There seems to be quite a jump in time here.
Yeah, well, I know, but there's a lot of things I don't want to remember.
All right, I understand that. Were you surprised? I mean, the Germans surprised us there at the bars,
Yes,
didn't
they
they?
did, yeah.
But we beat them back, and did you cross the Rhine with your unit?
I crossed the Rhine with in the unit because that's what we went back in. And then we went, after we had the parade and then we took over, I was in Army occupation with Malmberg.
Okay.
We, Provost Marshal, he was, and I worked with him.
Provost Marshal.
Yeah.
That's sort of like the police.
Yeah.
That sort of thing.
They fraternizing and all that stuff, you know, how they were.
So you were in Paris in a parade.
Yeah.
Okay. And are the French women pretty?
Whatever.
I mean,
yeah, they're pretty, sure.
You got a story to tell me or anything?
No.
How about the German women?
They were nice. They was all nice. I had one over there who used to do my clothes all the time.
Oh, really?
Yeah, when I was in with Malmberg and clothing worker.
Okay. Now, what was the name of the German cities you were in?
I was in Luxembourg, Mannheim.
Mannheim, okay.
And Bourbon words I can't say, but
okay. How did the Germans treat you after we'd beaten them and they were pretty much beat up pretty bad? How did they treat you?
Well, they thought they were going to get something out of it. They started treating us good. So,
how do you feel about the Germans today?
Well, it's just life. They was there for a reason. We was there for a reason, and after it was over with, I don't have no hard feelings. They didn't do no harm to me. I tried to took my years away from me. So that's all. That's it.
Did the Army change you?
Not really. It gave me a lot of respect for different people, and I respect my family, and I was glad to get back to them. I'm glad to get back.
Do you still think about it a lot?
Oh, yeah.
Every day?
I don't talk about it.
Dream about it?
I don't know about it.
Well, did you get married then when you got back?
About 5 years after I got back.
All right.
Married the same woman, and a happy life of life.
That's good. Well, is there anything you want to say to the people who are watching this 100 years from now?
I hope we don't have to go through the same thing. That's the only thing I got to say.
All right. Well, thank you very much.
All right.
I appreciate it very much.
I might not get a good one.
Well, you get a real good one.
Okay, thank you.